It's double trouble on a new edition of Cronkite Sports Live. Hi, everybody, from Studio 6 in downtown Phoenix. Ben Paris, Blake Neiman joining you from the anchor desk for the very first time. Blake Kenny Dillingham is just trying to activate the Valley, but we're trying to activate CSL.
We sure are, my friend, and while we may be the dynamic duo here at the desk today, I hear Oklahoma State has a triple threat that could cause some turmoil for the Sun Devils tomorrow.
That's right, Blake. The Cowboys have a trio of quarterbacks that could take the field on Saturday night. Alan Bowman, Garrett Rangel, and Gunnar Gundy all saw action against Central Arkansas last week, with each having 7 or more completions and over 80 yards through the air. Now, that's quite a change from what the Sun Devils faced last season when Spencer Sanders single-handedly picked apart Herm Edwards' scheme in Stillwater, opening the door to send him back to the network he came from. But luckily for head coach Kenny Dillingham, this time the game's on FS1 and in the Valley instead of the Plains, yet Dilly still has to outshoot 3 Cowboys instead of 1 quick draw McGraw.
Yeah, I think they're all
13-0. It will most likely be the final season for the Conference of Champions. The member schools are a combined 13-0 for the first time in over 90 years. And 6 schools, yes, half of the conference, are ranked inside the AP Top 25. So it seems weird that as the conference is set to fade off into the sunset, that they are as relevant as ever. But maybe, just maybe, they saved the best season for last. No, the Pac-12 won't stay undefeated, as USC and Stanford will meet for the first conference game of the season tomorrow night. But you can't deny that behind Deion Sanders and the Buffs, Heisman winner Caleb Williams and the Trojans, a Utah team that has gone to back-to-back Rose Bowl, plus the youngest head coach in college football, that the Pac-12 is as electrifying as ever. For more on the last time that any FBS conference got off to a start this hot, here's WCSN's Max Cepeda with a new edition of The Vault. All right, let's take a look at some ASU volleyball highlights. They're coming in super hot, 6-0 coming into yesterday's match. And let's take a look at some of the highlights at the Lumberjack Classic. That's the new guy in charge, JJ Van Neal. He's off to a heck of a start as the head coach. Here we go, first set. This is Shannon Shields over to Jelly Sear. An early 6-0 run puts ASU up 11-5. Later on in the first set, it's Shields again to Sear. She gets her 3rd kill in the first set. It's 20-11 as they take set number 1. On to set number 2. Shannon Shields is staying involved. I love this play. Look at that little dump action. It's part of a 9-1 ASU run. And hey, Shields would finish the night with a double-double with some sweet action like that. Ahead to the 3rd set, Shields behind her head. This time it's to Marta Levinska. This puts ASU up 10. She'd lead all players with 12 kills and has reached double digits in 19 straight matches. A couple moments later, it is match point for ASU and a battle at the net. But who else but Shannon Shields as ASU wins it in straight sets. 25-11, 25-10, 25-13, and they're off to a 7-0 start for the first time since 2015. As we get ready to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Sun Devils, ASU has Boise State coming up tonight in their 2nd match of the Lumberjack Classic before taking on Stephen F. Austin tomorrow morning. They'll head off to the Beale Street Challenge hosted by Memphis next week before conference play begins on September 21st. They've only dropped 3 sets so far this season. All right, thanks, Justin. Hope you're okay out there battling the elements. I didn't know it snowed in Flagstaff in September, but let's turn the calendar back for just a second to the hot weather. And while I was trying to spend my summer relaxing and working on my golf swing, the so-called off-season is when many athletes at Arizona State are at their very best. So let's take a moment to look back at the summer it was for the Sun Devils. All right, we got to start with this guy, the phenom. Leon Marchand won not 1, not 2, but 3 gold medals at the World Aquatic Championships in Japan, including a record-breaking performance in the 400-meter individual medley when he finished in 4 minutes, 2.50 seconds, breaking Michael Phelps' last remaining world record while Phelps was on the call of the event. Now, the well-documented Sun Devil supporter donned the medal on Marchand in what could be a true passing of the torch moment. And don't forget, folks, the Paris Olympics are right around the corner. The Summerhays family became one of the most notable families in golf when both Preston and Grace qualified for and played in the United States Open Championship at the Los Angeles Country Club and Pebble Beach Golf Links, respectively. Preston played in a practice round with the Masters champ and, oh yeah, ASU alum John Rahm, while the entire Summerhays family got to enjoy a practice round together before the U.S. Women's Open. Now, rumor has it that Grace and her dad Boyd tied brothers Preston and Cameron in the friendly competition. Now back to some more World Championships. Senior Justin Robinson became just the third Sun Devil to ever medal at the World Athletics Championships in Hungary. The St. Louis native, who holds the ASU program record in the 400-meter indoor event, was a member of both the men's 4x400-meter gold medaling team and the world record-setting 4x400 mixed relay team, who completed the event in 3 minutes and 8.8 seconds. And finally, we wrap things up with ASU soccer forward Gabby Rennie, who got the call up to play for the Ferns at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in her home country of New Zealand. The senior was on the pitch as New Zealand captured their first win in World Cup history over Norway in the group stage and earned a second World Cup appearance against Switzerland. Not too bad for a summer break. All right, let's get into some top plays. Number 3 is ASU soccer. They're taking on Utah State yesterday. Look at this sweet pass at the top of the 18. Ashley Lenhart's shot goes off the post, but Florence Valencourt, the freshman, is there to clean it up. Her first goal in a Sun Devil uniform.
At number 2, we got some more ASU volleyball and looking to set it up for Sandon Shields, but oops, she slams it home and NAU gets swept by the Sun Devils.
And number 1, we're going across the pond to the old course at St. Andrews. It's Preston Summerhays representing Team USA in the Walker Cup. Look at this birdie putt all the way around, gets it to drop as Team USA wins in a big comeback last Sunday. And that's going to wrap things up for us here on this edition of Cronkite Sports Live. Arizona State has Oklahoma State tomorrow. And as always, stay locked in to the channels of WCSN for all your favorite coverage of Arizona State athletics. For Blake Neiman and our very talented studio crew, Ben Paris, signing off. We'll see you next week here on Cronkite Sports Live.